leave it here too long sitting along. We got a couple quartets I want to come out.
Quit blinking at the same time, or just when you started?
Before that, I wanted to tell you about a barber. Giving a haircut one day to a priest, and he got done and he says, you know, you're a man of God, you help your parishioners a lot, you can have the haircut for free. And the priest says, geez, thanks. Well, next morning, the barber come to work, he had a dozen Bibles at his door. I thought that was pretty good. And later that day, a policeman came in, got a haircut, got them all done, and he says, you know, you help the citizens of this place, you keep justice, you can have the haircut for free. Oh. Well, the next morning, he had a dozen donuts at his door. So later that day, a lawyer came in, got a haircut. And got done with him, he says, you know, he says, you support the justice system, you do good for people, you can have the haircut for free. So sure enough, the next morning there was a dozen lawyers waiting for free haircuts. So our first quartet is called the Lamplighters. And they're here to do a couple songs for you. Welcome them out.
Down, doo-dee-doo, down, down. Come a down, doo-dee-doo, down, down. Come a down, doo-dee-doo, down, down. Breaking up this heart, true. Don't take come down, doo-dee-doo, down, away from me. Come down, don't you give out a misery. Come down, if you go, then I'll be blue.
Excuse me, ma'am, can I see your driver's license? Oh, sure, here you go. Looks it over, looks fine, nothing on there. Oh, can I see if you have a registration? Yeah, I got the registration right here in the glove box. Showed it to him and everything was in order. Well, ma'am, do you mind popping the trunk open? She says, no, certainly. Pull the handle, trunk pops open. He goes back, he looks. Of course, it's empty, clean as a whistle. He goes up to the lady and he says, ma'am, there's something very wrong here. My officer told me you didn't have a license. You didn't have registration. You killed the previous owner of this car. You chopped him up and put him in the trunk. She says, I suppose he told you I was speeding too. So this next group is called Texas Gold. Make them feel up.
And Sven I bet you didn't know this. One time they were farming together up there in Minnesota. Yeah, they had a farm together, and they had this beautiful cow on the farm, and they were so proud of that cow, they wanted to take that cow to the county fair. But that cow had just a little bit of a problem. The cow was cross-eyed. So what to do? They're talking it over one day, and Sven says, well, why don't we call a vet? Maybe he can help us out with that. So, okay, they called the vet, and he came out with his little pickup truck, you know, and he looked at that cow, and he explained the problem, and he said, I think I can fix that. So he goes to his truck, and he gets out about a 6-foot length of plastic hose, gets around behind that cow, and he says to Ole and Sven, now you get in front. He said, and you let me know when those eyes are straightened out. So he gets behind that cow, the veterinarian starts placing that hose just in the proper place, you know, and then he starts blowing on it. And Ole and Sven got all excited. Yeah, it's working. A little bit more, so that's it, perfect. Oh, great, man, they were so nice. Okay, he said, now how much do we owe you? He said, $60. $60 just for that? Yeah, that's what it cost. So they paid him, and he packed up, and down the road he went. He went about a quarter mile down the road, and that cow said, and those eyes went, now what are we going to do? We're not going to call that veterinarian back again. It cost way too much money. Yeah, anyway, Sven says, I think I know what to do. He says, I think I can do it. So he said, he ran over to the milk house and he cut off about a 6-foot piece of garden hose, gets behind the cow, and he says to Ole, now you go stand in front. And he gets behind there and he places that hose in just the right spot, you know, and he starts blowing on that hose. Sven says, or Ole says, nothing. So he blows some more. Still nothing. Ole says, I was watching the guy, I think I know what to do. So he says, you get out in front of the cow. So Ole gets behind the cow, pulls that hose out, and flips it end for end, starts putting it back in again, and Sven says, Ole, what do you think you're doing? He says, well, you don't think I'm going to blow on the same end you did, do you? That's our farm story. Now we'll have our farm song.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a dog, E-I-E-I-O.
I had a dog on that farm. Yeah, it was a pit bull. Yeah, I crossed that pit bull with Lassie. Now I got a dog that'll bite your leg off and run for help. Chicken with a silkworm. Now I got a chicken that lays plastic eggs with pantyhose inside.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had an eagle, E-I-E-I-O.
I had an eagle. Oh, I did it. Yeah, I had an eagle on the farm. In the morning, when he flew out of the sunrise, he had a 6-foot wingspan. Yeah, 6-foot wingspan. But in the evening, when he flew into the sunset, he only had a 3-foot wingspan.
Why is that?
Well, because he had to fly like this.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
squashed that sucker flag. Well, dead in the door then, yeah, yeah. But you know, it wasn't so bad because the neighbor lady came out. She had a little bottle of liquid there. She poured some of that on that rabbit, and he jumped right up, started running down the road. Yeah, and then he stopped and he'd wave at us. Yeah, he'd wave, and then he'd run some more down the road, and he'd stop and he'd wave again.
That rabbit was dead.
Oh, dead in the door now. Yeah,
I'd kind of like to know what was in that bottle.
Yeah.
In that rabbit.
yeah, I bet. Anyway, it was hair restorer with a permanent wave. Everybody's got a cow. Anyway, I had a cow on that farm. Yeah, I was milking that cow one day, sitting on that stool just milking the cow, and a fly came along, flew right in the cow's ear, and it came out in the milk bucket.
That can't be.
Just goes to show you, in one ear and out the other. Hey, Bob, why is the cow always got a bell around her neck? Because her horns don't work.